We seriously need an interrogation of the management of the African Union. Today, we cannot even support Somalia. We are waiting for EU to give us $85 million. $85 million. You know, we cannot fund it as EU. It is stupid. I mean,
my brother,
it is madness. So are you telling me 54 countries, 60 years after independence, they cannot manage 85 million to sort out Somalia, which has no government? Eh? Let me.
I just want to ask him. Sorry, I want to ask you a question. He's my brother, but we need to talk frankly. How many African countries did not pay their dues this year? Please tell us. Don't name, but tell us how many. How many countries did not pay
their contribution?
The contribution this year. Majority paid. This is the answer of a diplomat.
Yeah, let us not put Musa in trouble.
No, but these are facts. It's not. I mean, I'm not naming countries. I'm saying African countries do not respect their own union. If you don't respect your own union, nobody respects you. Full stop. And then, the same guys who don't pay their contribution, they go to this international meeting and say, oh, African sovereignty, African solution for African problems, Africa this, Africa that. Come on, guys. What is this? We need to be credible. If we believe we have an African Union, we need to have an African voice, we need to do it. My understanding is your operational budget, my brother, is really paid by the European Union. This is a fact. This is a public knowledge. It's not secret or whatever. We are not paying for our own operational budget for African Union. We are not. And then we said, okay, we're going to have a standing army under the African Union. And we went and talked to Europeans with big arguments about, oh, we don't give arms, we don't. Ukraine changed all that. Now, Europeans are willing to give arms if needed. And we say to them, instead of sending troops, come and arm this Africa Standing Force. That solve your problem, solve our problem, and you guys don't like Wagner. That's the way not to get Wagner. Our boys go and do the fight, but we need helicopters, we need...
Let me say this more.
Yeah.
Let me say this, to save our faith.
Yeah.
That
you started this, not me.
Yes. We have a challenge. And the positive thing is that there is a realization that it cannot continue this way.
What are you going to do? How are you going to fix the African Union?
It cannot continue this way.
How are you going to fix it?
We have what it takes to fix it. And the conversation is already begun on what do we realistically do to be able to get the African Union to take charge of the affairs of our continent. Let me give you a case in point. We decided, for example, that we are going to assemble our market using the Africa Continental Free Trade Area market
that's good
ecosystem.
Yeah.
And the positive thing is that it was unbelievable at the rate at which we were able to achieve consensus and we were able to achieve ratification. And I want to tell you, it is among the things that happened in the shortest time possible. It tells you there is greater realization that unless we act in concert, unless we act together, we are unlikely to make any impact anywhere.
How many African presidents are on board?
We have, at least on the market issue, we have put that together. There is a debate that is going to evolve. Like, for example, we have also decided that it will not going to be business as usual. We have these meetings, Africa, US meeting, Africa, Europe, Africa, Turkey, Africa,
India.
Now we are waiting for, there is another one, Africa, Russia.
And Africa, Japan.
And Africa, Japan. We have made the decision that it is not intelligent for 54 of us to go and sit before one gentleman from another place. And I mean, and sometimes we are mistreated.
Yeah.
You know, we are loaded into buses like school kids. You know, and it's not right.
Well, you are summoned. You know,
it's not right. So the decision that we have made as AU is that going forward, if there is going to be a discussion between Africa and any other country, we are going to be represented by the chair, the outgoing chair, the bureau.
The chair of the commission or the chair
and the chair of the REX, and we have 5 REX. That should be sufficient for, I mean, a meeting of maybe 6, 7. Yeah. That should be able to represent Africa. And that is the position I am taking as the President of Kenya. For any other meeting that we are going to have with all these requests, that we have a meeting between Africa and one other country. We respect the sovereignty of others. I think to ask for reciprocation is not to ask for too much.
No.
And for us to agree that let us have this kind of setup. The only, because I had a conversation with President Kagame, and he actually led that particular position. I have had a conversation with Prime Minister Abiy. He believes very strongly that that should be the position of our continent. Because, as you have said, if we don't respect ourselves, nobody is going to respect us. And we should be able to take that kind of decision. Yeah. And part of that respecting ourselves is when we say African problems, African solutions. We must be serious about the solutions. It cannot be rhetoric. It cannot be talk. It must be accompanied by what realistically and practically we are doing.
And what is our capacity? Yeah. No.